So we're going to be working on some practice problems for the quiz. Again, there are 3 steps to solving an equation. 1 is simplifying both sides of the equation. 2 is to move all terms with x onto one side and all terms without x onto the other. And 3 is to isolate the variable. So let's get started with this one. Step 1, we have the 9x plus 3 on one side and 13 on the other. There is nothing to distribute and nothing to combine terms. So therefore, we are done with step 1. Step 2, we need to move this 3 to the other side because this is on the side with the x and we do not want that. So we want to subtract 3 on both sides. We get, crossing that out, 9x equals 10. We are done with step 2 because we have x on this side and non-x's to the other side. Next is to get this x by itself by getting rid of this 9 by dividing by 9. X equals 10 over 9. So let's see if that works out by doing our check. We get 9 times 10 over 9 plus 3 equals 13. But 9 over 1, because we're multiplying by a whole number by a fraction, we can cross cancel. These turn into 1s. We get 1 times 10, which is 10, over 1, which is just simply 10. 10 plus 3 equals 13. 13 equals 13. We did it correctly. In this one, again, we can avoid step 1 because there's nothing to combine and there's nothing to distribute inside this problem. So, we're going to get rid of this minus 10 because it's on the side with the x and we do not want that term there. Plus 10, plus 10. We do that by adding 10 to both sides. We get negative 3x equals 11 plus 10 is 21. We're done with step 2. On to step 3, we divide by negative 3 to both sides in order to isolate the x. When we do that, we get x equals 21 divided by negative 3 is negative 7. That is our final answer. Let's check it. Negative 3 times negative 7 minus 10 will hopefully get us 11. Negative 3 times negative 7 is 21. Minus 10 equals 11. 21 minus 10 is in fact 11. We did it correctly. Our next one. Again, we do not need to combine like terms or distribute on either side of the equation. So we're going to change this. I'm going to change this to 10 plus negative 3x equals 25. Again, we avoid step 1. We want to get rid of this 10 because it's on the side with the negative 3x. So we go minus 10, minus 10. We get negative 3 equals 15. Or negative 3x, equals 15. We are done with step 2. Step 3, divide both sides by negative 3. Negative 3 cancels out. X equals negative 5. Let's take a look and see if it works with the check. 10 plus negative 3 times negative 5 equals 25. Again, remember this is just adding of the opposite. 10 plus negative 3 times negative 5 is positive 15. But negative times negative is a positive. Add those two together, 10 plus 15, 25 is in fact 25. We did it correctly. This one. Again, we do not need to distribute or combine like terms inside this one. So we simply need to move the non-x term to the other side. And we do that, we have a minus 40, change this to positive negative. We do that by adding 40 to both sides. When we do that, we get negative 10x equals 45. Then we are done with step 2. Step 3, divide by negative 10. We do that, we get x equals negative 45 over 10, which when we simplify, because 5 can go to both of those, x equals negative 9 over 2. Let's try that out in terms of checking it. We get negative 40 plus negative 10 times 9 over 2 equals 5. Negative 40 plus, we got cross-canceling going on here because this is over 1. we're going to get a negative number because this is negative times a positive. That means we have negative 5 times 9, which is negative 45. So drop negative 9 halves, excuse me. So we're going to have a positive right here. Negative 40 plus 45 is in fact 5. And we did it correctly. Here, again, we don't have anything to combine like terms with, and we don't have any distributions, so we're going to move on to step 2. We're going to get rid of this minus 4, and do that by plus 4 to both sides. When we do that, we get negative 3x equals 18. From there, you get rid of this negative 3, which is step 3. We divide by negative 3, divided by negative 3, x equals negative 6. Let's check it. We got negative 4 plus negative 3 times, I believe it was negative 6 was our answer. Nope, yep, negative 6 equals 14. We got negative 4 plus, negative times negative is a positive. 3 times 6 is 18. It's 14 hopefully. Negative 4 plus 18 is in fact 14. Again, we're skipping step 1 because there's nothing to distribute or combine like terms with. We're going to get rid of the negative 9 by doing the opposite, plus 9. Plus 9. When we do that, these two go away. 7x equals 5 plus 9 is 14. When we divide both sides by 7, 14 divided by 7 is in fact 2. Let's check it. Negative 9 plus 7 times 2 should equal 5. We're going to do multiplication first according to order of operations. 7 times 2 is 14. Negative 9 plus 14, hopefully it should be 5. And it is, in fact, the case. Next one. Again, we're going to skip over step 1. I'm going to change this to addition of the opposite. And step 2 is we're going to get rid of this negative 10 by adding 10. Add 10. We get negative 2x. These parts cancel out, equals 20. We're done with step 2. On to step 3, divide by negative 2. Divide by negative 2. X equals negative 10. We've isolated the x, and x equals negative 10. Let's check it. Negative 10 plus negative 2 times negative 10 should hopefully equal 10. We're going to do the order of operations. Negative 2 times negative 10 is positive 20, so negative 10 plus 20 should equal 10. Combine those two, we get 10 equals 10, and we did it correctly. Here, instead of both sides having non-x terms, both sides here have x terms, so we're going to move the x's around. So, nothing to distribute, nothing to combine like terms with. Step 2. We're going to move this 5x to the other side so that this negative 3 is by itself. We're going to do that by subtracting 5x. Subtracting 5x, notice I'm writing 5x because we're using the x terms. When we do that, 2 minus 5 is negative 3x equals negative 3 because these parts cancel out. We are done with step 2. Step 3, we're going to divide by the coefficient, which is negative 3 over here to get rid of it. Divide by negative 3, x equals negative 3 divided by negative 3 is positive 1. So, let's check it. 2 times 1 equals 5 times 1 minus 3. 2 times 1 is in fact 2. 5 times 1 is 5. We got minus 3, and 2 equals 2. 5 minus 3 is in fact 2, so we did that one correctly. Here, again, we have x's on both sides. We do not like that, so therefore we'll add 2x so that the negative 88 is by itself. Do that to both sides. These parts cancel out. We get 9x plus 2x, which is 11x, equals negative 88. We're done with step 2. Step 3. Divide both sides by 11. In order to get rid of this 11, we get x equals negative 88 divided by 11 is negative 8. And that is our final answer. Let's check it. 9 times negative 8 equals negative 2 times negative 8 minus 88. Wherever there's x, replace it with negative 8. 9 times negative 8 is negative 72, because negative times positive is a negative. Negative 2 times negative 8 is positive 16 minus 88. And 16 minus 88 is in fact negative 72. We did it correctly. Here, again, we do not like this minus 2x over here. We have no terms combined, and we have no distribution, so we're just going to move on to step 2 and get rid of this minus 2x so that all the x's are on this side. We do that by adding 2x, which is the opposite of what is currently inside the equation. These two parts cancel out. We get 12x equals negative 6. 12x, we are done with step 2. It was negative 6. We're going to divide it by 12 to get rid of that 12. We get x equals negative 6 over 12, which is the same thing as x equals negative 1/2. Well, negative 1/2 for x is our answer. Let's check it. 10 times negative 1/2 equals negative 6 plus negative 2 times 1/2. Excuse me, negative 1/2. So, I believe it's negative 1/2, correct? Yes, negative 1/2. 10 times negative 1/2, put this over 1. Cross cancel, this becomes a 5, this becomes a 1. Because 2 can go into both. We get a negative 5 over 1, which is negative 5. Negative 6 plus negative 2 times negative 1/2, again, cross cancel. We get a positive 1. And negative 5 equals negative 5, because negative 6 plus 1 is in fact negative 5. So we did that one correctly. Over here. Again, we do not have anything combined like terms with, or anything to distribute, so we're going to skip over step 2. Let's do skip over step 1, and let's just do step 2. We're going to move all the x's to this side, all the terms without x to the other side. So, to move all the x's to this side, we need to get rid of this term. We're going to subtract 6x from both sides. These cancel out. 10x minus 6x is 4x, minus 2 equals 10. Now we need to get this minus 2 out of there so that this side is only terms with x. Excuse me. We're going to do that by plus 2 to both sides. We get 4x equals 12. Now that we have x's on one side and non-x terms on the other, we're going to move on to step 3, and we're going to divide by 4 to get rid of the coefficient. We get x equals 12 divided by 4 is 3. Let's check it. 10 times 3 minus 2 will hopefully equal 6 times 3 plus 10. 10 times 3 is 30, minus 2. 6 times 3 is 18, plus 10. 30 minus 2 is 28, and 18 plus 10 is also 28. We did it correctly. And the final one. Again, step 1 is not applying to this one because we have no like terms to combine or no, any distribution. We want to get all x's onto one side, and all non-x terms to the other. So I'm going to subtract 5x from both sides. Those two parts cancel out. 3x minus 5x is negative 2x minus 2 equals 10. But we are not done with step 2 because this minus 2 right here is with the term that has the x, so we're going to add 2 to get rid of it. When we do that, we get negative 2x equals 10 plus 2 is 12. We're on to step 3 because all the terms of x are on one side, all the terms without x are on the other. We're going to divide by the coefficient, negative 2, divide by negative 2. X equals 12 divided by negative 2 is negative 6. Let's try it out. 3 times negative 6 minus 2 equals 5 times negative 6 plus 10. Replace all the x's with negative 6. Follow order of operations for each side. First thing we're going to do is multiply. 3 times negative 6 is negative 18 minus 2. 5 times negative 6 is negative 30 plus 10. Negative 18 minus 2 is in fact negative 20. Negative 30 plus 10 is negative 20 as well. We did it correctly.